Good afternoon, students. I wanted to do a quick video to kind of show you some of the things that I'm getting questions about in Google Classroom that I think maybe I can help you with. First of all, the main question I'm getting is, how do I know what I'm missing? And of course, you can always look on RenWeb. RenWeb is where everything is supposed to be the most up to date. Now, I realize that many of you have problems with that, or for whatever reason you don't want to look on RenWeb. I get that. So let me show you in Google Classroom what you can do. Okay, so I'm in Google Classroom right now as a student. You see that I have created myself a student login for 2 of my classes. I don't have all 5 of them, but you can kind of get an idea. I wanted to see how they look from a student's perspective. So here I am, and these are my 2 classes that I have, and Dr. C is listed as my teacher. I see what I have due today and what is due tomorrow. But if I go over here to these 3 little lines over here, that brings up my menu. Under my menu, I'm going to click on To Do. Now, I'll tell you the truth, I haven't done any of this work because I'm not a student in the class. I've been doing the work from the teacher's perspective. So it brings me up a huge list of things that I have to do and has in red things that are past due. Okay, so I can see that for all of my classes. Now I can filter that and show only one class, or I can just look at all of them. The other nice thing I can see from here, okay, so I could go all the way down to the end of the list, and these are things due today, due tomorrow, and due in the future. Okay, but I can start up here at the top with the things that are oldest. Now, that's not the only part here that could be very helpful to you as a student. You go over here to the word done and click on it, and it shows me what I have done and didn't get a decent grade for. Okay, so here I can look and I can see that on March 30th, I should have turned in Chapter 19 SRQs, and I got a 0 for it because I did not turn it in. And since I have a 0 on that because I didn't turn it in, I can still turn it in because Mrs. Parker will take it late. Okay, it means that I forgot to attach it and I sent it in anyway, or I didn't successfully attach it. So therefore, I keep getting emails. I can still turn that in. This one says it was turned in and done late, but it doesn't have a grade here. So I need to go back and look at that one. I don't know why that says that. Everything else says, look, it says done late, but I got a 0 on it, which means I didn't really turn it in. Okay, so I can go back and look at that assignment. And by just clicking on it, it brings up the assignment. I can add something and resubmit. See, it's all right there. If it's difficult and you can't figure it out, then you might be looking at it incorrectly. Or number 2, try a different device. Many of these features that I've just shown you do not show up on my phone. When I try to look at Google Classroom on my phone, I don't see my to-do list at all. But when I look at it on a laptop, it's easy to find. So I would highly suggest you do that. If you can't, especially if you can't get to RenWeb. I am trying to keep RenWeb updated, but I am not being very successful with it. So please make sure, I'm successful with RenWeb, but not necessarily Google Classroom, sorry. So please make sure that you check RenWeb. The other thing is, a lot of you are asking questions about how do I improve my grade? Well, at this point, all you can do is turn everything in. There is no reason for you to do poorly on a quiz when I tell you to take the notes and use them on your quiz. But I'm finding out that many of you are not watching the videos. And you know how I know that? Because you're not able to answer questions of things that I've said on the video, but I haven't stated in the notes. If you watch the video, you'll find out the answers. So please do your work the way I've asked you to, and you shouldn't have any more problems.